Hi, this is Peggy Clary of Clary Law Offices, one of our estate planning attorneys. And again, doing our nightly video chat about a topic of estate planning. For those of you who follow us on the website, sometimes these are shot from my backyard, and my beloved poodle will often jump in the shot. So if you see a large black dog jumping up and down, please know he's actually a good dog and not out of the control as he appears on these videos. But tonight's topic is really on a common trend I'm seeing in the office related to making prearrangements for your cremation or your funeral plans, and why that is really a significant step to take under Florida law. And it's not a nice thing for a lot of people to think about or talk about, but it's an important step because Florida law favors that if you as the party makes those prearrangements before you die of the type of service, the circumstances that you want it to happen under, that Florida law always gives deference to those prearrangements you have made. And one of the biggest hurdles I see after mom or dad have died, or maybe an older sibling has died, is because the person did not make prearrangements, those default provisions we talk about in another video that arise. So spouse, family members, the law says who can step in and make those choices. And many times, those family members may not have full knowledge of what the person's wishes were, or more importantly, maybe there's a time where the decedent who died no longer has any communications with those family members, or worse yet, those family members decide on a cost savings not to have a funeral with an actual burial process. So it's a really stressful event that if you can take a few moments and make those prearrangements, whether that's for cremation or actually prepaying a funeral, your full wishes are carried out. Two, more importantly, you have a say in how your event is planned. And three, for most of us, believe it or not, prepaying that is actually a cost savings compared to waiting and doing it post-death. And the last part of pre-planning that's so important is that when you do not make those pre-arrangements, those family members who are left to make the arrangements have to pay for that service. And so if one of your goals, and it is for most of us, not to be a burden on our heirs or to leave them a legacy, by taking the time and making those prearrangements, you're able to usually save those family members who more than likely are younger than you when you pass, using personal funds they might need to support their own family to pay for your cremation or your burial. Now, I know these are never really great topics to talk about, especially, none of us like to think about our demise, but for many people, taking the time to think through, what do I want for a service? Do I want an obituary? Would I prefer cremation or burial? Can also be a good source of reflection and really help you think about what you want. I always tell clients, and I don't mind sharing this, in my own family, I've told my children I'd like to be a life gem, and in that process, your cremains are forged into a gemstone. And I always tell my children, if ashes are carried on as a diamond for them or another type of stone, I'll be with them throughout their whole life. And as many of you know, I raise teenagers, and they roll their eyes in agony at that. But it's been an interesting way for us to talk about end-of-life decisions just in case something happens to me. So sometimes with humor, you can approach these topics with a little bit of levity that can make it easier to talk about it for an upsetting subject. So I hope this was helpful to you. We at Clary Law hope you live your life with civility, dignity, and respect. There's been no dog jumping tonight, but large claps of thunder as we have a thunderstorm rolling in. So hopefully we'll be back in the office for tomorrow's chat. Thanks again for your time.